Nothing works in this house.
Tell me about it.
Is that a shot at me?
Probably.
Because for your information, I got a job.
Really? What kind of job?
Beads.
Bees?
Beads.
Bees! Return from whence you came.
So we might as well have a good time. Toga, 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 toga.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on The Al Travis Show.
I'd like to have Bus with us today. Merry Christmas, Bus. How are you?
Merry Christmas. I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, great. Big plans? Do you do the same thing every year? Is it something different every year? What's your holiday look like?
For the most part, I pretty much do the same thing. Usually go out to South Dakota to meet up with family out there, and then head up to my parents on actual Christmas. So.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so go out, say hi to them for me. Do you? Where are we at as far as the Bethany Lutheran Vikings basketball squad now? Will you have a Christmas tournament? What's your schedule look like for that?
We've been off since the 17th.
Okay.
Get back to practice on the 26th.
Okay.
So right after Christmas, and then we get going right away next week, Monday, Tuesday, the 29th and 30th. We have a little holiday classic down at Loras College in Iowa. So,
all right,
coming
fair
up
enough.
quick here. And then once we start the new year, right away in 2026, we start conference play. Get ready
then you're off and rolling. For folks who don't know, the Vikings have been 4 times champs at MNAC. What's your conference?
UMAC.
You've been 4-time champions, 3 in a row, going for the 4-peat. We'll keep an eye on you guys and how you do. Did you happen to catch Monday Night Football last night? Before we even start that, I need to say congratulations. You were 100% right with the whole Rudy Gobert thing from last week. Do you recall? I was giving Rudy a hard time. He left the game, just had personal reasons and walked away. And he said, I don't want to speculate. Maybe he had a baby or something. He did. Now, okay.
He did, yep.
Okay, so I was speculating because I still think this is horrible. You can tell people. How many people on the planet? 7 billion as we speak. So let's just say there's probably been about 20 billion people born. I don't think saying that I have to go, my wife is having a baby, is spilling the beans. I don't see why that had to be a secret.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, and I get where he's coming from too. So I don't really know. I feel like it was delayed a little longer than I expected for something like that.
Well, because again, this isn't a first. And the other thing it does is when you don't say, then all of a sudden you have every reporter in the world wondering why, and they're probably following you around to the hospital, right? I mean, it's like, just say my wife's having a baby, I got to go. Everyone's like, oh, that's so wonderful. Then we forget about it, right? And then it's nothing. I just thought that it's a weird play in my book. Maybe the ladies are mad at me for saying that, but you were correct. And I was wrong. I think you can leave your wife having a baby, but I think you can also bring it up. So I'm hedging my wrong bet. Okay, so you're right there. Now, did you watch the game last night? San Francisco and who was it? Seattle. No, the Colts.
The Colts, yeah. I did watch it. Brock Purdy, I mean, what more can you say?
Wow.
That dude was killing it last night.
5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He only took 1 sack. The O-line play was tremendous as well. I guess their biggest worry here, Kittle got banged up a little bit, got a ankle injury, and did not come back into the game. So obviously that'd be a worry for them going forward. Because if they win out, they win their next 2 games. They're going to be the 1 seed.
They are. That's the thing. That's in their hands now. And Purdy is back. Doesn't he give us some hope? He was what? The last guy chosen in his class, right?
Literally the last pick of the entire draft, Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Relevant. And here he is years later, figured out the game and has a 5-touchdown year. I think for San Francisco, only one other quarterback, Young, did it in a playoff game once, but this is it. The guy's cemented himself as a true ball player. Does that give you hope for JJ?
Absolutely. I mean,
it does. Okay.
Last year he missed a couple games. 2023, his last fully healthy season, basically 4,300 yards and 31 touchdowns. I mean, that's if you're the last pick of the draft as compared to a first round pick, top 10 pick in the draft, like that just shows that the development is possible. It's just a lot of it, like we say with JJ, is on the mental side of the game, just processing the game and understanding what his reads are.
Yep.
And I think we've seen that improve throughout the season, even if it's been against mediocre teams. That part doesn't really matter because as long as the improvement's there, that's all we really need to see. Because again, guy's 22, his first season. I know it hasn't been as good as we want it to be, but he is moving in the right direction.
Is he too soft? Here's the conversation. So who do we have? The guy in Atlanta before Darnold. Darnold, and then, who was it? Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
For 2 years, we watched both of those fellows get their behinds handed to them with no front line. They're getting beat up all over the place. We still saw them play every game, right? Darnold's played 33 games in a row. And here we have our guy, JJ, and I'm not the ankle or the knee thing. I get it from a year ago, but he's had the opportunity to play 33 games. He's played 8, and we don't know if he's going to play on Thursday. Is he too soft for it?
That would be the biggest concern with JJ is the health. I mean, like you said, he's already missed an entire season with a knee injury. He's had a concussion this year. He's had an ankle
injury
or whatever it was.
Oh,
and
yep.
The hand injury or wrist or whatever it is now, that looked legit. That looked like another real injury. So it's like you got at least 4 different injuries that have made you miss games already, and you're not even through your first full season as the starter. That is definitely a big time concern. And usually that stuff doesn't get better.
Well, yeah, and I'm not saying it. I said soft. I don't mean that. I mean he's a very tough kid. No. Yeah. But the difference is these other humans aren't as unlucky. I mean, again, back to Darnold last year, right? Got himself sacked. I don't know how many times. Most sacks like forever, and he's still fine. This kid is, I don't know, jinxed isn't the right word. Are we still comfortable with making him the franchise? Because this team is going to have to figure out what to do with that middle-of-the-road pick we're going to get this year, right? We're going to fall in the middle. We'll be at 15, 16, 20. We have to figure out what to do. Are we looking for quarterback help?
I would say not in this class. I'm really down on the quarterbacks this year in this class. I'll have to do a little more watching of the tape, but I don't think there's a single one that'll be good. I don't like the Indiana quarterback at all when it comes to NFL.
Oh, wow.
He's projected to be the number 1 quarterback. So if you're going to look for a quarterback, I think it's going to be more of a free agent route. I know there's been.
You talking Burrow?
Burrow isn't a free agent, so we would have to trade the farm for him, unfortunately.
Okay.
Which I'm not opposed to, honestly.
You okay with going retread? When does Minnesota get a quarterback for 20 years? That's all we watch in Green Bay, right? Every quarterback they have for 20, 25 years are Hall of Famers. When do we get some of that? We can't keep changing quarterbacks out like T-shirts.
I don't know if we ever do, Al. I mean, I just feel like that's who the Vikings are. We haven't had one.
I know.
Kirk Cousins has been the longest tenured Viking in my lifetime when it comes to
See,
quarterback.
that's so sad. See, I had Fran Tarkington back in my day. You had good old Fran. And that's probably the last.
Franchise history, he was the longest. And that was how long ago? So
that was the 60s, baby. That's so sad. Okay, so then we got to talk about the game coming up on Thursday. Detroit, 3:30. We don't know, right? You don't know who the quarterback's going to be. Do you think we can beat Detroit if it's Brosmer?
No, we will not win this game if it's Brosmer. Sorry to say. They also aren't mathematically eliminated yet, the Lions, from the playoffs, so they still have a lot to play for and need to win out, plus some help from Green Bay. So they're going to be doing everything in their power to win this game, and I think they really try to get Jahmyr Gibbs established in this game too, because he hasn't been doing too much these last 2 weeks. Been 2-3 weeks here since he really popped off. So I think.
Don't you believe this defense could keep us in this ball game? This defense, I don't think, has given up a touchdown in like 5 games or some crazy stuff like that. They have not given up a passing touchdown. I think the defense can keep us there. It's going to be a run game. We'll see if Jones gets back in and what's his name, Mason. I don't know. I think it's going to be a boring game, but it'll be tight. That's my opinion. Anyway, got to go.
Absolutely, defense can keep us in it. They basically have all year. I mean, that's why we're 7-8. Honestly, our defense is truly elite, And we are playing at home too, which I definitely think helps too. So.
And don't you think between playing at home, the defense wanting to be there, and the idea that you could throw Detroit and Green Bay out of the playoffs with 2 big wins, isn't that motivation enough for Minnesota?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your last 2 games, knock them both out. That'd be huge.
Trying to play playoff ruiner for anybody, let alone your division rivals. That's for sure. Quickly here before we go to break, just
go ahead.
Just think about it. It's like Goff versus Brosmer potentially. You got Jalen Johnson, I think maybe, because I don't think Mariota's going to play for the Commanders versus Dak, and then you got the SDSU kid, Oludekon, or however you say his name, for the Chiefs, and Bo Nick. So it's like these Christmas Day games are really not good this year.
They're not must-watch television, but it'll be the only thing on, unless you're watching TBS, which will have the Christmas Story on 24 hours. All right, gotta go. We'll be back with this. We'll talk some Timberwolves with Fetty Bus.
This season, bring the whole family to see Irving Berlin's White Christmas. This smash hit musical based on the classic film returns by popular demand to delight you at Chanhassen dinner theaters. With loads of laughter and a stunning showcase of Irving Berlin songs, White Christmas is a celebration of the romance, friendship, and magic of the holidays. Make your plans today to see White Christmas. Visit chanhassendt.com.
Think about it. Now that school's back in session, how are Minnesota students doing? Not very well. Minnesota ACT scores fell again last year and are the lowest they've been in 10 years. In fact, fewer than half of Minnesota students can either read or do math at grade level. Think about it. We used to brag about our schools. Now we're losing to states like Mississippi. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
And we've got him, Fetty Buzz, talking sports with us. Fetty, this Timberwolves team is just driving me nuts. They're being Timberwolvesy, if you will. They lose to the Grizzlies. We should have won that game. OKC comes in, and all of a sudden we're interested, right? And all of a sudden I think we play the game the way it should be played. I think you and I talked about this last week. When you look at the box score of that Oklahoma City game where we won, you'll notice that Ant had 26 points, this is great, but Julius had 19, Jaden had 13, DiVincenzo had 15, Naz Reid had 15, and Bones Highland had 13. They had 7 people in double figures. And that's how you beat good teams, right? Everybody has to get involved. It can't be Ant going for 40 and then everybody else just waiting to be, asked to be in the game. We lose ball games that way. You with me so far? What I'm saying? What I'm throwing out there? Because then
absolutely.
the Giannis free Knicks show up, or the Bucks. Giannis isn't on the court. We should run them out of the gym and crush them. And you know what? We're bored because Giannis isn't there. We win by 3. I'm glad we won. Don't get me wrong. But you get my point. It's like, oh, OKC, let's play this game right. We can play great basketball, but it just seems like, oh, you're boring me today. I'm not going to play very tough. We're lucky to be beating the Bucks without Giannis.
That was terrible. I mean, this Bucks team, even with Giannis, is not good at all. This is a very bad team, and the fact that I honestly thought we were going to lose the entire length of the game. Until basically right at the end when we finally won.
Yep.
And I didn't think so. Like, McDaniel's getting hurt. That obviously is killer, too.
Yep.
24 shot attempts for Ant, 24 points. He just didn't have it. He couldn't buy a bucket to save his life. Everyone else was solid, I thought, in terms of shooting percentage. I saw a tweet, and I think it sums it up perfectly. When it comes to early regular season games with the Timberwolves, and you can always gauge how serious Anthony Edwards thinks the games is based on the amount of rebounds he has. 37 minutes last night, and he only had 4 rebounds. So it's just that mental part of it, being locked in, fully locked in, and giving each team your best, no matter who they are. I mean, against the Thunder, he had double-digit rebounds. He had more than 10 rebounds. And in every game like that, both times against the Thunder this year, he's had double-digit rebounds. Against the Nuggets, he had double-digit rebounds. So it's like you're playing as hard as you can against those teams, but now you got to do it against these bottom feeders of the NBA too.
Completely agree. And when you do this, we're 8-2. I think we're 9 of our last 11. Whatever.
Yeah,
they're playing great basketball,
yeah.
But we're not gaining much ground. You look ahead of us: Oklahoma City, San Antonio, and Denver, all 8-2 in their last 10, same as us. You got to beat the teams you can beat and wipe them off the board and not look back. I think we have the talent. I mean, obviously you beat OKC. We have the talent. I wouldn't still take us over OKC in a 7-game series, would you?
Oh, no. I'm not taking anybody over OKC in a 7-game series.
Yeah. Okay.
As of right now. No chance.
And that's fair enough. But so now, what do you see going to happen tonight? And this is, again, back to what team shows up. I don't even want to watch. The Knicks aren't going to have 2 of their best players. Cat will be on the floor, but the other 2 guys are out. I don't know if that's enough to keep Ant interested. Or me. 7 o'clock tonight, the Knicks. Your thoughts?
I think we'll take tonight without Jalen Brunson playing. I think that's a big-time loss for them. I mean, you're talking almost 30 points per game there, just for one player. So that's huge. So we should run them out of the gym, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think they'll play. We can win it, but I don't think they're going to run them out of the gym, which is wrong. I agree. It'll be a very close game, but I do think we will win without Brunson because, I mean, he's for sure top 10. He's for sure sixth in the NBA in scoring per game. And he's their crunch time go-to player too. So without him out there, I think we'll definitely take this game. And it's always a little chip on Ant's shoulder, I think, playing Cat again. So
I agree.
do think that'll play an aspect.
And then with the last 30 seconds, we have Denver on Christmas Day, 9:30 at night at Denver. Do we stand a chance? That's a game that Ant's going to want to win.
I definitely think we stand a chance. This is classic Timberwolves basketball. We can always beat these really good teams and somehow lose to the terrible teams. So I'm always going to think we have a chance, even against the best of the best. But obviously in Denver, that's going to be a very tough game.
Fair enough. Hey, I really appreciate you being here for me, Fetty. You and your family have a very Merry Christmas, all right?
You too. Merry Christmas.
He's Fetty Bus from Hard Headed Sports. Pick him up wherever you get your podcast.
Tired of one-sided media and divisive noise drowning out your